reactions. Today we're going to be playing Two Truths and a Lie.
So when this video is over, go down in the comments and comment which one you think is the lie.
Story number 1. The time we catfished someone.
So this was in probably 2011.
Yeah, 2011 was the year.
Before catfishing was a thing. Like, we didn't know the word catfishing. Like,
We just
didn't know that's what we were doing.
that there was this girl who wronged us that we wanted to mess with.
What should we name her? Let's call her Rebecca.
So Rebecca was not very nice to us, and she would do mean things, and so
Very
we
horrible
thought,
things.
hey, let's mess with her a little bit.
And also this girl, like, got around. She had like a lot of boyfriends and they would be like really useless and stupid because she was 14.
We wanted to see how fast she'd fall for someone that she met on the internet because she seemed like the type, and turns out she was. So what we did is we made a fake Facebook account. We Googled a picture of like, I don't know, like cute teenage boy, and we put it as our profile picture, and I remember we called him Jacob Green. We called him Jacob Green, and
We friend requested a bunch of her friends from
wherever she lived, and we became pretty good friends with them. Like we had
We
conversations
chatted with them all the
and
time.
It was pretty great. And so lo and behold, it took like
A day, I would say.
about a day for her to fall in love with us, and it was Facebook official
Yeah, we were in a relationship with Rebecca.
with Rebecca, and we would,
Jacob Green and Rebecca.
yep,
I ship it.
I ship it. We like commented on all of her stuff, and we had like conversations, and people, her friends would Facebook message us warning us about her, like, hey, you know, like she's like she gets around, I don't know if you know what you're doing. And we were like, oh no, it's fine. She said I love you within 2 days.
Oh, literally within 2 days. And then I remember when picnic was a thing?
Yeah.
And we made an edit that was like, I love Rebecca. Rebecca's my queen or something like that. With the same exact profile picture we had from Google Images. And
Yeah.
we just cropped it and made it like blue.
Yep. And she was like, how come I never saw another picture of you other than this one? And so then that's why we made the picnic one. She was like, oh baby, this is so nice. And we were like,
And we would comment on all her pictures, be like, you look beautiful, like, you're amazing, you're my one true love.
so then it just started getting a little too real and a little too intense for us. So we deleted Facebook.
Just gone.
Just gone. That's it. We texted her. We got like one of those text apps.
Wow, that is some hardcore. Wow.
Yeah.
That's bad. And we kept talking to like her friends too.
Like even after the fact, they were just fun people.
We liked them, yeah.
Yeah.
We were friends with them. Anyway, that's how we were hipsters, because we catfished before catfishing was a thing. It lasted probably like 4 days. We went to like an amusement park and we were still doing it on her phone, like we were
Yeah.
texting her. And so basically we just proved that it takes absolutely no effort, except maybe like picnicking a couple photos, to get Rebecca to fall in love with you. Jacob Green. I think we named him that because of Jacob Black.
We did.
Of course we did. Story number 2! The time we got stalked at a Taylor Swift concert.
So this concert happened around this time last year, and it was not quite what we expected. We just went there to have a good time and listen to some music, and we did. But also,
believe it.
some crazy stuff happened.
So we were all excited. We got all dressed up. We bought aprons, and we wrote "Baker's gonna bake."
Super cute.
So excited.
Got tons of compliments.
Everybody loved it.
The day was going well. You know, we got off at exit 13.
We did.
We gave our waitress a $13 tip. You know, we were really feeling that Taylor Swift mood, right? We drove to the metro station and we decided to take it into the city. It was very empty, and it was just like me and Sarah were sitting on these 2 back seats, right? And then like, Jeannie, why were you sitting apart from us?
Because there's only 2 seats.
Yeah.
I feel like you were sitting further away from. Were you just right in front of us?
I think I was just right in front of
Since I'm a
you.
little
It's not
baby,
like-
we weren't supposed to be separated. I wasn't supposed to be separated.
So I was protecting her,
She was protecting me.
and it was all pretty normal until we noticed
This man.
The man.
a man, and he was just something was off. I thought he had a box of crayons, and right away we were like,
He was holding a magazine, and he was blatantly staring at us. Like he
Like,
wasn't
not
even
even
like holding
trying
the
to hide
magazine in front of
He
his
was
face.
just like
the magazine was in front of him. Like it wasn't blocking his face at all. And he was just staring at us.
not even trying to hide it. Like if we like looked at him and made eye contact, he wouldn't be like, he'd just be like,
He would just
It was
keep looking.
So creepy.
It was the
We were
weirdest thing.
texting each other about it. We were
Like, holy shit, do you see this guy?
Luckily, he got off a stop before us, so he wasn't going to the same place as us.
Or so we
Phew.
thought.
Later that day, we went to a nice restaurant, and that's where we gave the waitress a $13 tip.
It was going really
It was
swell.
We were walking around the arena a bunch of times, scoping out the place, and then we were sitting under this dome, waiting for the concert to start, because by that point, like, the doors were going to open in like 2 hours, and we had nothing left to do.
And it started to drizzle a little bit
drizzle.
wet.
There was a few other people under there trying to keep dry, like their costumes and signs and stuff. And we're just sitting there talking, and we look over, and this guy looks very familiar, but none of us said anything. And then I saw his box of crayons.
And she was like, guys,
I was like,
guys,
It's
look
the
over
guy
there.
from the Metro.
It's the
does
man.
he look familiar? So we decided to face the rain instead of the creepy crane guy. We went outside of the dome and we were walking down the sidewalk, and like one of us like looks behind us a little, and he was following us.
Right behind us.
6 feet behind us, like not even being subtle.
Not even at all.
Not even like trying to hide.
Like not like
You're just
casually-
standing like,
Not even like casually walking, like looking up, around, looking right at us and following us. It was so stressful. So we had like all these jackets on at the time, right?
he did.
It was like July.
It was
July.
unnecessary.
It was hot.
Yeah. So we notice he's like starts like unbuttoning his jacket. He pulls the lowest jacket off. Like we're just like not like we're just noticing like little glimpses because we keep like looking behind us or like stopping and trying to like get away from him. And we notice that he has like a couple. His jackets are open now, and under it he has a shirt on. And guess what was on the shirt? The chipmunks.
The chipmunks.
We sat there and we were like, this can't be a coincidence. Is this a coincidence?
Is this a coincidence?
This has to be a coincidence. Please, Lord.
This man has a box of crayons, so remember, he's probably a fan of the chipmunks. And we were like, does he have access to a computer? Does he watch our videos? We were trying not to scream.
Like at that point, we were really freaked out. We were like, all right, this dude knows what he's doing. He is targeting the chipettes.
The chipettes.
The chipettes.
Maybe he has the chipmunks with them.
With this box of crayons.
They're coming with picture ready.
Turns out he's just a character artist and he thought we were really interesting looking. At this point, they were starting to get like a huge crowd. Like there was radios there, like radio
stations. And
news reporters.
And so we kind of lost him.
It's him. So luckily at that point we were about to get into the concert and like they would scan our tickets and stuff. So once we got in there, we were good. Like he wasn't going to the concert.
I don't know how he found us.
I guess he just wanted us on the metro and was like, oh, I don't want to be creepy, so wanted me to get off at the stop before then.
So let's stare at them the whole time. Get
Yeah.
off the stop before them and go find them. But we'll never know what he would have done if he had tickets to the Taylor Swift concert.
Oh my goodness.
Story number
3.
The time we found out that Taylor's house is haunted. So Taylor has known her house was haunted since she was very little because she used to play with the ghosts. But Sarah and I, we'd heard the stories before, but we were kind of like, I wouldn't even say we were skeptical. It's just not something we were thinking about at the time because we were just like, oh, going to Taylor's house, so excited. So it wasn't really on our minds that our house was haunted.
It was the winter of 2012. Lovingly referred to as CT 2012.
We watched Pitch Perfect,
Oh,
sat by a fire, had some Death by Chocolate. Death by Chocolate.
Overall, we were having a
Good
really
night.
fun time. We were having a great time.
We decided to get ready for bed.
And everything changed when I went to the bathroom. That's how every good story starts. So I went into the bathroom and I was just washing my face as you do. My eyes were closed, I was just like scrubbing. Then I opened my eyes and I was like, wait, did I actually open my eyes? But it was dark. Also,
The lights are off.
the lights were off. That was a really cheesy way of saying it, but all the lights were off. And I was like looking around and I was like, how did that happen? And it freaked me out. So I went over to turn on the lights and the light switch was like turned down. Like it was like someone physically flipped this switch. It wasn't like a power outage or anything. So I just flipped it back on and all the lights turned back on and I just continued my business, but I opened the door because I was scared.
So after that, Jeannie told us the story and we're like, well, that's so scary. Like maybe like the bathroom lights are just like a little wonky or something. Like maybe you like flipped it up like halfway. Like is that even possible? You know, just brushed it off. So we were all in the living room again because we're all gonna sleep in the living room together. We were just lying there and someone, I forget who it was it Sarah? Like looked down the end
Yeah, that was me.
of the hallway and says, is someone in the bathroom? Because the lights were on and the door was closed. But like the last person to use the bathroom was Jeannie and she turned off the light. Right, she left.
So it was weird. And I left the door open too, but the door is closed now. So we were like, what?
A few days before was New Year's Eve and we had a New Year's Eve party. So we had like balloons. We had like silver and gold balloons. We were just tied to a chair in my dining room.
In the middle of the night, it was like, probably like 3 a.m.
Probably.
We were laying there and I'd woken up for some reason and lo and behold, what do I see? The balloon floating from the dining room into the family room or living room or whatever. And mind you, this was tied to a chair earlier in the day. So I don't know what happened, but it was floating into the room that we were in and I just like covered my eyes, like covered myself in the blanket.
I'm dreaming, good night.
I was like, nope, I'm asleep, I promise.
When we woke up, it was still there in the middle
Yeah.
of the living room. At the time, like this happens with so many ghost stories, I feel like, so it's just like a classic sign of a ghost. But I had a Siberian Husky at the time, and she slept in the living room with us. She had her bed right by the window. And I think this was probably like the beginning of the night, like when we were still watching the movie. And she like got up and just like looks down the hallway and just starts barking, like just crazily barking. And she never barks, like she always just howls all the time. Like I probably heard her bark like a couple times in my life besides that night. And she was just barking at nothing right down the hallway. Like no one was down there. Nothing was moving, like nothing like that we could see. And we were, so I like calmed her down. I was like, that was freaking like weird. Let's keep watching Pitch Perfect. The next night, we were back in the living room. It was my whole family and we were all eating like pizza or something. And we were just having a good grand old time and chatting. And then all of a sudden, we just hear shattering. And then the picture frame in the hallway comes crashing down. But like the weird thing is like it shattered first. Like you would think it would fall off the wall and then shatter when it hit the floor. But it shattered and then we like all like looked and saw it falling.
Yeah, it was like, what would have happened if someone threw something at it?
Yeah. If a picture was to fall off the wall for whatever reason, like if you slammed a door or something, like it would fall and then shatter on the ground. But that wasn't the case.
Like it shattered with enough time that we were able to look before it fell.
Yeah, like as it was falling.
So that's why we hang out at our house instead of Taylor's.
All right. So in the comments below, tell us which one you think is the lie.
The lie.
The lie. So we'll be very interested to hear
What do you think?
what you think.
Were they all lies?
Were they all true?
We're not ruling out any of those possibilities.
Well, we look forward to seeing you guys soon. We have a couple of videos planned.
#MP4